Hi, everybody. Welcome back. I'm here with my dear friend, Miss Kana, and she's here to share with us sound healing and so many beautiful things. Welcome, Kana.
Thank you. Thank you, Ponte. I'm so happy to be here.
Yes, yes. We would love to hear about your story because I love your sound healing and we're going to get to experience that. But
Thank you.
I'd love to know about your story and how your spiritual path began, if and the synchronicity, whatever you feel like sharing.
Yeah, absolutely. I've actually been on the spiritual path since I was 16. My father brought home this beautiful, amazing spiritual master when I was 16 in Japan, even though she was originally from Hong Kong,
Mhm.
but she lived in Northern California at the time. And just synchronistic events that she came and appeared in our home in Japan when I was 16. And the synchronicity again, my father was transferred to that location where she lived, like literally 3 months later.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
So we moved to Northern California from Japan. And she was an amazing spiritual master. She could shapeshift, like disappear, reappear, like amazing and female, right? I love that she was female.
Wow.
Like literally like Kuan Yin incarnate. And so she offered her spiritual teachings for free. We always went every month. Not just every month, but we had spiritual retreats. She took us on spiritual retreats to Mount Shasta. And for me, I was 16. So I felt like, I grew up in a Japanese household. So there was no choice. It was like, and it wasn't like it was forced, but you're, when your parents say, okay, this is where we're going, you don't question it. You just kind of follow along, which was such a big blessing. Because that's when I was, her whole path was about love, heart heart meditation. She said the quickest path, there's so many pathways to God, and if you go through the mind it can just put you in a loop, but she was saying the safest and quickest way to God, or self-realization she would put it, was through the heart. So she taught us how to meditate through the heart, and I've been meditating through my heart since I was 16. At Mount Shasta I received a heart initiation where she opened up my heart. Really beautiful experience. And so I've been on the spiritual path since then.
Wow, and I
Yeah,
love
really
that
grateful.
your first teacher was a divine feminine teacher because back then on the planet, like even 20 years ago, there wasn't that much.
Right. This
Like,
is in the 80s. Right. I'm 56. So
but
40 years ago.
like God and Goddess brought her into your life and into your. I love that.
Right. And that was kind of like the biggest gift, or the last or gift that my dad gave to me, because he passed a year later, or a year or two, like after, he was like, here, and then, yeah,
Mm.
he made his transition. So it was like, wow, it was like the gift that, yeah, that he left. Yeah.
Like it's like the best of times and the hard during the hardest times, God gives you these big gifts.
Right. And it was so beautiful for her to hear her interpretation of his transition, because she showed, this is why he transitioned. This is why he chose to transition. I mean, it didn't make the grieving process any easier, but it made me understand, he had pancreatic cancer, and it's usually one of the toughest cancers, the most painful. But she literally supported him throughout the whole, illness, like she was also an amazing herbalist. So she would give him all the herbs, because my dad chose not to do chemo. And
Right.
so she gave him all these herbs. And it was just like, usually they say, it's one of the most painful. He was, of course he had some pain here and there, but it was really graceful the way, he held his illness. And they say when kind of go into detail, when they pancreatic cancer, when they kind of spit up bile, usually it's kind of really icky smelling, but it smelled like flowers, like jasmine flowers. The day he passed, it would just smell like jasmine flowers. So it was like he had already, yeah, the herbs really helped him. And, our spiritual master said that, he chose to go because his body was so frail already, that it's better to just reincarnate versus trying to like get back, from, get rebuild the body and all that. So it made sense. And there's a lot of growth that I, endured, or the blessings since he passed. It's all, went on a path of self-empowerment since then.
Oh wow.
So yeah.
And your
Yeah.
heart, and I bet like your heart is interesting to me because you've been studying the heart chakra since that age. And that, to me, the
Right.
heart chakra is the most mysterious chakra, right?
Oh, is it? How's it mysterious?
It has so many like it has so many levels to it, you know. I feel like
Right.
I keep like discovering, okay, it's like, so that's what I mean, I guess. And I think a lot of people, we've been trained in the mind meditation, like Western
Right.
meditation has been TM and that kind of stuff. So, or just most people, it's the third eye. Everybody's talking about the third eye because people think that
Right. But
how it's the
right.
weaker one. But the heart chakra, as you said, like, you
So
know,
important. I feel like it's, you need the balance of the head and the heart, but the heart chakra is foundation. I mean, can you imagine a world where everybody was operating from their heart chakra? There would be no war, right?
mhm.
Everybody would be like living in harmony because the heart chakra is actually where the wisdom lies. Like your soul is, for me, I don't, for me, my soul is literally like behind my heart chakra. I had this experience where I left my body and just my soul took off and it literally took off from my heart. So I'm
Oh,
like, oh, and that's when I realized, we really are eternal beings. Like I know from personal experience that, once we shed this body, we have a soul and we're eternal because I had that experience of the soul just leaving.
did that happen for you? Was that like during a medical thing or like
No,
did
it was during a shamanic ceremony.
oh wow, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. And I went straight to the light, like straight to light. Like
Yeah.
my soul
Okay.
just left my, yeah, straight to the light.
Experience God like as a giant's
Right, right. Straight to like source light. It really was not a human being. It wasn't a man with a beard. It was just pure light and consciousness.
I love
Yeah.
that.
And I just felt so much love. And I came back from that experience going, wow, we're eternal. We
Mhm.
have a soul, our soul's here, and we have tremendous soul wisdom. Like
Mhm.
all this wisdom is in our soul. And how many of us grow up learning to tap into our soul's wisdom? Right?
Not
Like we go to school and we learn math, it's everything is external. But if we actually, I feel like that should be a foundational piece where we go to school and learn about our soul, because this is learning about yourself is so important, right?
oh yeah, I love that idea of like soul school, like they
Yeah, it's soul
should have more
school.
soul class. They like
Right.
sometimes some schools will have psychology, but psychology is not as the same
That's
as the
still the mind.
it's like analyzing, diagnosing
Right.
what's wrong with you. This is what the soul is more like this feeling, this being, it's who we
Well,
really
it's exactly it's a core of who we are. Like this is the soul is who we are, right? It's our true essence. So it's so sad to hear like, oh, what we have a like we don't what we have a soul. Like, yeah, that's who you are.
yes, yes, yes.
Yes, you raised a good point. Like maybe I will start a soul school or,
That's when
teaching.
I heard it. Like I almost heard soul school.
Right,
Like
soul
I love that
school.
idea. Exactly. And it's like,
Teaching
because
children at a young age, right, to tune into their soul.
exactly, because then they will be accurate intuitively, they'll be kind.
Right, right.
Their soul will hurt if they hurt another. People that are connected to the soul, like they feel the pain of others, right?
Absolutely. They're one.
But then when people close their heart chakra, do you think people really can close their heart chakra, or do you think it can be a little bit wounded and it come back? Like, what is your experience? Since you're a healer for all these years, you do all these modalities, including sound healing.
Right, 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 right.
Have you like, from the heart chakra healing sessions, what would you say?
I would say the heart definitely closes, whether it be consciously or subconsciously. And it could be, I don't know. I believe in past life because, after I've left the soul, I actually have memories of my past.
Mhm.
And my soul would remember. And like when I went to France, my soul actually guided me to where I used to live. Like I wouldn't know that mentally. I mean, I'll go back to your question, but like, so
So
what
I
was your
love that
question again?
topic of soul guidance. I think that's important for people because people
Right.
be like, how do I know if it's my soul or
Oh,
my
the heart.
God?
Right,
Yeah,
right. Heart chakra. So back to the heart chakra. So I think when we have woundings or when we're hurt, we, subconsciously close off a little bit of the heart going, ooh, I don't want to hurt again. But what happens is you can't, if you close off, and I think it's like layers. No one closes off. I mean, I think you wouldn't be alive if your heart chakra was completely closed, right?
yeah. I
But
mean,
I
that's
think it's like onion layers.
yeah.
Right. It's like onion layers, but I think as a society as a whole, I think we have closed off our hearts. And for whatever reason, heartbreak, don't want to feel too much. It's too much to feel. But when you close it off, you also close off the gifts of the heart, which is the intuition, your soul purpose, your, just to know that you are love.
And your abundance comes from your heart chakra.
Right. Absolutely.
Well,
Abundance comes from the heart. Right.
comes from the heart chakra. Could you tell us
Right.
about it, please? Because I
Yeah,
think
because some people say the abundance, like in pranic healing, we learned the abundance comes from the root chakra, like the root chakra. But I think it's the root and heart. And if you actually want to create without duality, meaning like, in duality, if you create something, an opposite thing happens, right?
yeah,
So in order to create from non-duality or from a pure place without any, you know,
weird energy.
like, right, any what is it, negative side effects,
Yes.
the heart. If you create from the heart, you're creating from love.
So can you
The
tell us like how
heart.
to create from the heart?
Yes, I've had this many times where I would just, yeah, where it would create from the heart. And it's also you're creating from gratitude. So it's actually the quickest way to
Mm.
manifest.
Yes,
Yeah, it's
like a high uh, conscious manifestation technique you're talking about. That's from divine feminine teaching because they sometimes
yes,
say Christ, like Jesus and Magdalene, it was kind of like he was the mind, she was the heart. So I think the feminines tend to be more masters of the heart. There's some male teachers I've seen that have mastered the heart, obviously, like Reverend Bill, our dear friend.
right.
A lot of men, it's harder. They're more the third eye. They're very, right?
Right. And I think it's healing the heart. So how to open the heart chakra, heal all the woundings that, anxiety, if you have anxiety, it's hard to kind of tap into your heart. So healing all of that, that's what I do is help you heal
Yes.
anything, not just the heart, but whatever's causing you to not be your true self or not be able to express your true authentic self. And heart, yeah, I feel like my mission is to awaken the hearts and souls of as many people, and I have not still to this day have found an end to my expansion of my heart because I got initiated and, my heart opened up when I was 16, but it still continues to expand and expand and expand. It's infinite. There's no end. And I feel like I've, pretty, compared to like an average person, I've experienced so much love, bliss, divine love, but it's like there's another level, there's another level, there's another level. Yeah. And recently, actually, if I can share, when I actually did that Reverend event with Reverend Bill in Hawaii after, because you know how connected he is to Babaji. So I always have my little photo. I want to share this, my photo of Babaji.
Let's see. Oh, I love that. Hi,
I
Bob.
know, and I travel with Babaji, and
Oh,
so I had him in Hawaii, and after like the last day after the event, I had him in my little my at my dear friend's house in my room, and I was giving private healing sessions there too. And so my last client, we were actually looking at Babaji because she was fascinated by him. So we were both looking at him. And when we were looking at him, he literally came to life. His eyes lit up,
wow. I love that.
turned
Yes,
into light. And I'm like, wait, do you see what? Do you see it? She's like, yes. So it was cool to have a witness. So it wasn't just me.
exactly. I love that. Yeah.
Right. He turned into like his eyes turned into pure light and like came out of the photo. I can't, it was such an amazing divine
I
experience.
feel
And it was,
it in my heart
you
when
feel that?
you
Right. And I want to give all that Babaji's transmission right now to everybody
I would
because
love that. Yes.
yes.
When you're ready, we can do the healing, but I want you to tell any other part of the story that you want. But
Yeah, I would love to share the story. Yeah.
definitely.
So, and maybe I'm hoping that he's so prevalent right now. And so we were looking at his picture like this.
Mhm.
I hope you can see it.
Oh,
And
I love his eyes. Yeah, his eyes like kind of glow sometimes.
yes.
He
So
says,
we're looking and looking, yeah. And so, he popped out a light out, and we're like, whoa, oh my God, what a special moment. We're just in silence, just absorbing that energy of love. Hopefully, you could feel that
I
transmission.
feel like I'm focusing into his eyes, and that's where I feel it. Like
Yes.
focus on his eyeballs, I feel like a transmission coming. Yeah.
Yes.
He's such a great master because he's never died, right? Like
I know he's immortal. He's immortal.
he's an
Right.
interesting one.
And more, and so that evening I could feel his heart energy kind of merging with coming into my heart energy, and we had this like amazing, sorry, I have amazing like I said, I've had a lot of heart opening, heart awakening experiences, but this
Whoa. Oh,
His heart merged with my heart, and I'm like, oh God, this is amazing.
he's like
Like,
the
thank
eternal
you.
father of the universe. Like he's the total.
Right. I feel like he's not separate from us. Like my experience, to me, he feels like our great I am, or our I am presence, or God consciousness presence, yeah. Like, and every time I tune into these amazing masters, they always say, I am you, you are me, we are one.
I love that. Yeah, like it's not like we're like you're saying like the oneness. It's starting to
Right.
look.
It's a divine aspect of our, of ourselves. This, and so there's big, huge love. And I'm like, whoa, wow, like another level of love. So now I know there's no end. There is no end to this love. And these saints carry incredible, like big energies of love that it's almost like, wow, this is a lot. Like, wow. And I feel like I bet you I'm only carrying 10%, right? Compared to like how much they're carrying. I'm like, I bet you this is amazing, but I bet you this is only 10% compared
I
to.
would love to feel this, like this is the secret for humanity because everybody's doing so many things to find happiness, fulfillment, whatever. But the only
It's
way to
all inside.
like this, it's like a heart.
Right. It comes from within. It's all inside us. It's just about remembering and surrendering and not giving up, surrendering. It's about receiving, being open and allowing.
Receiving
Yeah.
and allowing. So if you ever are in front of it being like that, just receive, allow,
Right.
and just allow it to merge with you. And
Right. Is it okay if we do some sound? Because I
oh
could
my God, of
feel.
course. Yes, let me just put this on silent. I don't know why it's ringing. Sorry. Okay. Yes, let's please do some sound healing and do some healing for everybody. That would be
Because I could feel his presence coming in. So let's,
yeah.
you never know what happens in these these
Yeah.
podcasts, but he's here really strongly. So this is his energy, and I'm just being a vessel. So yeah, he just says humanity needs so much love right now. Open your hearts. It's so simple. Might not be easy, but it's simple. So allow yourself to just be super receptive. Open your heart. Make the intention to just receive this love. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah. It's
Okay,
beautiful.
good. I just want to make sure. Let me do, original musician sound on.
It's good.
Any burden you may be carrying, any stress, any anxiety, just offer it up to love. Just see it being transformed in this beautiful love that we've created, this vessel of love, this container of love. You are more powerful than you could ever imagine. And let's do some soul healing where we just tap into your soul and the wisdom of your soul and just do a deep soul cleansing, healing, purification so you really can tap into your own soul and get the wisdom and guidance from yourself. anyone who's carrying physical pain, allow the sound to just wash it all away, transform all that pain back to unconditional love, wholeness, relief, ease. And for those who might have mind chatter, just keep saying, I am love, I am love, I am love, I am love. Or I give myself permission to be love, whichever one works for your mind. And now, speaking of Mary Magdalene, I love her and I feel her coming through. So let's bring her divine love, divine essence, cleansing and purifying the hearts of everyone who's listening, past, present, and future. When we always forget the back of our hearts, the back heart chakra. So we ask Mary Magdalene to come in and cleanse, purify the back of our hearts, repair, restore any leaks, cracks, holes, and tears in our heart chakra, and really strengthen the protective webbing and really strengthen our hearts, physical hearts, heart chakra, the heart of our soul, all of it. Ooh. A lot of people don't know, but she was an incredible master sound healer. She used sound to heal people. So she used sound and song and singing. Ooh. And anything else you need healing on, whether it be emotional, physical, spiritual, just ask for it and allow the sound to get to anywhere you need assistance, love, extra love. Just allow the sound to just transform everything back to wholeness, purity, and love. Ooh. And I'll just allow her to come through with a silent transmission. Just be super receptive. Such silent transmission for everybody to receive whatever they need. You are all so deeply loved. We love you. You are this love. And it's time for all to remember that. That grandeur of love that can be expressed in many forms, many facets. We came here to express love, not suffering. We came here to express love in its purest form. They're always available, these amazing saints, masters. They're always available in service to love. May the healing go deep into all your chakras, all levels of your auric field. May you know yourself as divine. So be it, and so it is. Namaste.
God, that was amazing. Everybody's gonna just be like blown away. That was woo! Wow. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Wow, I love that. Woo. Yeah, and I felt all of their presences come in, Mary Magdalene, and when you said like you were totally channeling her, like right on. Thank you so much. Wow. So people, do you think they should kind of lay down after this and kind of like let it integrate or meditate, or what would you recommend with this?
Yeah, I would say just be in the silence, and you can, right, watch the recording over and over again, right? Yeah, so if anyone, when you feel off center, because we live in this world where it's not about not having anxiety, but having tools. I mean, of course, ideally, we don't want to have anxiety. That's the whole point of meditating through your heart. But let's say, something rough happens. We're human, we're in this human form. It's about having the tools and, you know, vessels, tools, things to come help you get back to center.
But
So,
feeling what feels like is like it's almost like your voice was rearranging the aura. That's kind of what it does. It's kind of like tuning up different parts of the aura.
right. Right. It's like it's like I feel like I'm a vessel. I just like literally get out of my own way, but vessel for the divine. Um, as purest as I can get, be the vessel, and that the frequency just literally what I love about sound is it bypasses the mind. So you don't have to believe in it. It just goes straight into your cells. And like a tuning fork, when you have a tuning fork and it starts vibrating at the same frequency with the so that it's like this is literally your true nature. This is the frequency of who you truly are. So just literally bringing that vibration of love out and just harmonizing with that vibration of love, it just harmonizes everything back to love. So when you say restructure, it's probably just reorganizing, reharmonizing back to your true nature, which is love, because you're the healer, right? Yeah, your body has natural ability to heal.
Everybody it's kind of like just feels like it comes back into coherence the way it was supposed.
Yes, coming back into coherence, right? Exactly. Coherence of love.
Parents of love. So I love it because your path is kind of like you studied the Indian masters, you studied the Japanese tradition, and then you said this lady from the Eastern kind of Kuan Yin, she's the goddess of
Right.
passion. I saw her at the temple last week. You got to come to San Diego. When you come to San Diego, we got to take you there. It's
I
really
know. I would love, yeah, I know. I'm thinking of going
good.
Sunday in 2 weeks from now.
It's at the portal of Venus. It's called the Temple of Clarity. But when I went there, it's like it's Venus. Like you're gonna love it. It's like it's Venus. And it's
Oh,
other pictures and authors Yeshua and Yogananda are there as well.
oh yeah, please.
You're
Okay,
gonna
yeah, hopefully hopefully next not this Sunday, but next Sunday?
yes, yes, the 30th, I think. Yes. Oh, but
30th, hopefully we can go. I would love to go. That's
I'd love to have you because yeah, I think right now it's kind of like we're all gonna go and then so I think Reverend Bill's gonna do a healing and then but the location of it is very special because they've been chanting Divine Mother mantras for like 20 years.
I love
It's
it.
Divine Mother Feminine and it's like a house in Vista. So you're gonna love it and I think it's gonna be a good event. Anybody that's in San Diego, please come. Reverend Bill
Please, yeah, that sounds amazing.
so and thank you
Yeah,
for healing. I feel like I felt a huge shift and I know it's going to be a big thing because I always know what's happening during and then it kind of like integrates.
right, right.
I'm so excited you did this for people and people can
Yeah.
get hold of you, go on your website to receive healing.
Yes, angelicsoundtherapy.com. You can look up everything. Most of the sound healing recordings on there are free. I really wanted to make it free for everybody to just come as a sanctuary. I wanted it to be a sanctuary of love. I created it when my mom had cancer, and I just saw so many people like getting chemotherapy. I'm like, this is not okay. What's my small little part that I can do? So I created the website for people to just come as a sanctuary and just listen to the healing sounds. And I definitely am available for private sessions as well. And you can, contact me through the website. And
You do work
yes,
as well around the world, right?
I
Like
do workshops. Yes, yes, yes. Give sound healing workshops and
love that. But we'd love to have you come back again whenever you like in a couple of months.
yes, absolutely. I have more stories about the Divine Mother because that's who I'm in service to.
That's so
Yeah.
beautiful. So thank you so much. We're so
Thank
grateful.
you.
And
Thank you,
I'm gonna
Pontia.
post it right now.